It's the world famous.
You're listening to The Darren Green Show.
Right here.
Welcome to another great episode of The Darren Green Show. I am your host, Darren Green, joined with my co-host, Eric Dahl. How are you?
Hey, y'all. I'm doing good.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a rate and review if you can. Follow us at TDGS Media on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to that YouTube page. Tap the bell to get notified. Also, please hit that Patreon up. Only for $2 a month, you get ad-free more. Okay, so check that out. It's in the bio. Yeah, how are you? What's going on?
I'm good. No complaints. This week went by really, really, really fast.
Yeah.
So I have no complaints.
Yeah, I'm finalizing the this semester. I think we got like a little over a month left. Working on things, still working on the my Not Another Anxiety podcast. We just did the interview with one of my good friends. You know, I talk about him all the time, Nick. It was a really good interview. It was around like 10, 12 minutes. That covers one segment of the show. And I think that, you know, it was a really good conversation, and it was a lot of things that I've like learned about him, you know, more as because we both deal with social anxiety, and it was therapeutic to, like, you know, talk to another person that has dealt with that before, and, you know, it was good. He has a really good voice on air. Like, I never had him on the show before, but I was like, wow. You know, we was also talking about, you know, him starting his own podcast. I'm like, look, let me tell you something. Let me know, because, you know, I got this network and got you covered. But it was a really good conversation. And we also, that's why this is episode 119, because we did 118 on Monday. We were talking, I had to recap on that Lil Nas X situation, because it got real crazy on Monday, because, you know, everybody was responding to it. Everybody was saying things. I'm like, all right, let me make, and I got some negative comments when I did the first promotion when we talked about it on Friday. So yeah, me and Nick did a response I did a response, and he was just sitting in. I was like, just come on, just you know, say little things. But it was a pretty good episode.
We're good.
I'm
anxious to see how this works out. I think Nick is going to be really good for that show.
Yeah. You're talking about the sort of thing.
Anxiety show.
Yeah, I have to edit it. I have to see, but it's not much to edit. Like, you know.
How long was it? Was it an hour or?
No, it wasn't. It was no hour. I wanted it to be 10 minutes, because I wanted the runtime of the entire show to be 30. So I'll spend a good amount of time talking about doing the intro, and then Act 1, Act 2 will be the interview, and hopefully Act 3, that's when I'll interview the professional, the therapist or whatever, or the people that work in the department here, the health and wellness department. I forgot what they're called, but I need to email them real soon, because it's getting crunch time, because it's due in a couple weeks. But, you know, I always finesse a podcast, honey.
So lame.
Like I said, it will be on my Patreon account. Anybody that wants to listen to the first episode, you know, you'll get the first listen. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing good. I mean, it's this week was, like you said, this week went by really fast. We're at Easter weekend, but anyway, are you watching Chasing LA?
Well, it doesn't premiere until April 15th, but the trailer is out.
Right. I seen the trailer this morning. I was like, ooh.
Right. I follow Quentin Harris, who is the executive producer for that show. He started on Chasing Atlanta, which is a Chasing reality franchise, and so I'm very excited to see, you know, how that show turns out. I'm very excited for him stepping out of being a talent into producing his own spinoff of the franchise. And I think that for LGBTQ reality shows, like, there are a lot of different productions, like On the Way Up, Atlanta, Chasing Dallas, The Circle, NYC, and like all those particular types of shows are proving to be very, very beneficial for the LGBTQ audience and talent. So I'm excited to see how that season turns out. I know it's going to be very dramatic from the trailer. So yeah, I'll be tuning in. Definitely.
Yeah. One of the cast members on that show. His name is Hershey Liqueur. Okay, he's like, I followed him on TikTok, and very like I've watched him grow on that app, and now seeing that he's doing this show, I was like, oh my god, like, okay, I'm about to see what's going on with his storyline. And I will also love to have him on the show. Let me manifest this into existence. Right. Like, come on the show. Let's get a good interview. Okay. No, but I'll be honest. Like, I haven't given this, like, I've been following or subscribing to this page, chasing reality for a minute, but I haven't watched any of their shows because it was just, I don't know. I'm just, I'm not watching. I don't watch things like I used to. Like, I usually watch things for notes, for tea and stuff to talk about on the show. Like, I don't watch stuff just like reality TV. Like I said, the only reality TV shows that's in my life is Real Housewives and Married to Medicine right now. But I'm definitely gonna start giving this. I'm gonna give this show a chance. See what it's giving. I'm gonna watch some of the old seasons from the other cities because they got a Dallas and an Atlanta.
Yep.
They need to have a Jersey. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Manifest that.
Manifest that. Okay. Look.
I wonder who would be on that show. That'd be interesting to see.
I can see you on there. I'm not gonna lie.
I keep hearing things about that.
I
don't really know how I feel about, like, I think it's fun to watch. And I think that reality TV does give a great platform and gives you like exposure to a broader audience. I just don't know about me on reality TV because I really, really do value like my own time. I invest a lot in my brand, and I feel like the risk of breaking down certain walls could either help your brand or it can hurt your brand. And I get kicked off Facebook every other week.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I would have to like woosah and like
it gets real catty. Like, I see
some comment sections because everybody has an opinion. I know I have mine, but the dog claps back, and I don't want no problem.
Back.
Period. Just I'm like, buy my music and leave me alone. That would be me. Just stream the music and tune in next week, please.
Well, I mean, what they say with the whole reality TV, a lot of people do that to jumpstart their whatever their other endeavors. A lot of people that's the wave now. You get a couple seasons in on this show, boost your following up, then you can leave and pursue whatever you have to pursue. I mean, that was a goal for me for the longest. I'm like, let me see if I can get Mona to get me on Love and Hip Hop. I'll be like a Jason Lee or some shit, and then be like, hey, got a podcast now. Bye. Get like 10,000 followers or whatever. But no, I mean, it's
get your bag and get out like Cardi did.
Right. No, okay.
How y'all doing? Right.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna do my 1 or 2 seasons, be a fan favorite, and then what I'm saying. I mean, because that's
basically on the charts now. I'll see y'all later.
I mean, unfortunately, that's how you have to. I mean, talent is not, doesn't get you that far no more. You have to break out into something. You have to be viral. You have to go viral to do anything.
Yeah.
I've seen that on the TikTok video. It's like you literally have to go viral to literally do anything now. Like, people, like when it comes to like entertainment industry and stuff like that, I watched this documentary where it was like Fake Famous, and it was talking about how like people go to LA to be actors, but like now these are places are now asking how many followers you have, and when they're going in for auditions and stuff. And I'm like, how many followers you have? Acting is where you like. So if the person got more followers, I'm like, so that's why a lot of these movies and shows are trash, because they just hire people with followers.
Right. Well, I think that, we've said this on the show before, when it comes to entertainment industry, I think it's shifted from where it's more talent based to being about how it impacts the bottom line, because the entertainment industry is still a business and it functions off of a big business. So if you're a person who has on your own been able to create a following, and you have a built-in audience that you're bringing with you, we can get you a acting coach to say these 4 or 5 lines. Like most influencers that transition into acting in these little commercial roles or these little cameos in these movies.
I get the commercials. I get the commercials. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, we know that if we put you on here, your audience is going to watch, and also is going to give you a chance to be exposed to a larger audience. But you have access to endorsements, and you've been proven to be able to do that on your own, with your own phone, with your own team. So the goal is to take it and maximize what already is, as opposed to starting with someone from scratch who's considered quote unquote no name.
Yeah.
And even before social media, Hollywood kind of tended to work that way. It just wasn't there wasn't a platform available where you could count how many followers they had. It's just that you knew that if this person was in something, they're going to pull the numbers at the box office. Someone like a Denzel Washington or Will Smith, because they developed over time their own following, their own, like I said, built-in audience. So, I mean, it's a different time, but the game don't change that much. But I'm glad to see that there's access for smaller talents or people who may have never gotten discovered. And at one point you had to move to LA or New York or Miami or one of the major markets to be discovered. And now all you have to do is become a hit on TikTok, and doors open for you. There's a guy here in Newark.
I'm very conservative when it comes to that, though. But I get it. Times are changing, but me personally, this is what I do. I'm not the social media type. Yeah, I know I've been doing TikTok videos lately and all that, getting involved, but I'm not like, I don't do this social media shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm such an old head when it comes to that. Like, I'm like, I need to be focusing on how I'm going to make this podcast better, and we're focusing on the content. Now I got to focus on my presence on social media. Now I got to make a TikTok and be crazy and do stupid things so I can get these amount of likes so they can go and listen to the podcast and all this. I'm like, I mean, social media has become this new thing, but it's also a burden too, I will say.
That can be, but aren't all jobs burdens?
Yeah.
So it just comes with the job.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes with the job. So, but shout out to all the people who are making those types of waves. Your day is coming.
Yeah.
It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. You just have to focus and understand how these separate things tie into a bigger vision. So,
right.
It doesn't happen overnight. It may feel that way or appear that way to others, but some of the people that are popping now have been doing this for, almost 10 years now. I remember Lala Milan and Quay, like from Vine. You remember Vine?
Yeah, I remember Vine.
Right. And so you take that and you move to a new platform and see what hits and what doesn't, and you just keep building, and eventually it sticks. You find something that sticks and you just go with it. So so I can't wait to see Chasing Atlanta and whatever else the gays decide to do.
You said whatever.
to be included and keep building up.
Yep, keep
building up more representation for us. So.
Okay, and I will shout out to them. Yes. So let's get into these hot topics.
What's going on out there in Hollyweird?
Not Hollyweird. Okay, so this whole Uzi, JT, and Carisha awkward live situation that happened last night. What the hell's going on? What's going on with them? Well,
tell me. I'm just here to get the tea now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't spit, I just sip. What's going on?
Well, allegedly, like Carisha and Uzi have not been getting along.
Okay.
It's been real awkward on lives. I remember there was a live before where Young Miami was like, "Oh well, I'm scared of him. I'm scared. Don't put him on the phone because he cursed me out last time. We was all together with her." I was like, "Oh okay." And then, yesterday they got on live and Uzi was just like being real weird and awkward towards Young Miami, and he was basically saying like, "Oh, I text you and you didn't text me back," and I'm gonna let you guys listen to this. Hold on, let me see if I got it. Yes, I do. Here it is. I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
This Carisha, yes or no? Come on, I already was in the DMs looking pussy, and I don't play that shit. Is this Carisha? Bro, stop playing me if I embarrass you on this shit. Is this Carisha?
Baby, your woman is saying
I don't
to you on the passenger.
give a fuck about, and you know my whole body and soul, and you know I don't give a fuck about nothing. So listen, is this Carisha?
Uzi, me and you don't have to be
I
friends.
don't
And
care,
Carisha. That's understood. We don't have to be friends.
Carisha, it ain't even about that though. It ain't even about that, because you know me. I ain't never got to see you, just like you ain't never got to see me.
Uzi, what
It ain't
you
about,
say?
I'm about to say it. Let me get my whole speech out, because you know I don't do this. Okay? Yeah, I do. It's me. Look at my car. Look at my life. I do way too much. So anyway, Carisha. And JT told me, she like, Uzi, you ain't gonna do nothing. It's Carisha, yes or no? She like, Uzi, you ain't gonna do nothing, make it worse, so don't say nothing. But you know, clearly I run this shit, and this is mine. So it's just like, Carisha, shut up. JT. If I told you tongue kiss me on this live right now, you gonna do it.
Okay, well,
So just chill. Hey.
Yeah, we gonna, because it continues and they go back and forth, and that's where he's like, "Oh well, I sent you a text message and you left me on red." I'm like, "What are we doing here?" This was like this whole thing, right? Then someone said it on the comments, like, girl, hang up." I'm like, "Who's you?" It's something going on, and you know, I don't, you know, I live in allegedly. The way he's talking to Carisha is something, either they don't get along or something ain't right. Something's going on.
I wonder the backstory will come out eventually as to why.
Yeah. Because I'm like, what is your animosity towards other than, you know, sometimes the person's friend, like, because I sometimes I've been on that end where it's like, you know, I feel like my friend's significant other doesn't really like me like that. Like, for example, and she's probably not gonna listen to this podcast. My best friend, though, like, I don't think that her baby father doesn't dislikes me or anything like that, but I know that she'll tell him things that I tell her because she's asking me for advice, and he'll be like, "Why the fuck he said that?" I'm like, "Honey, keep the peace. What I tell you in confidence, you know what I'm saying? Don't go back to him, okay? Because you came to me for advice." But, like, you know, I can see how he probably, you know, she probably says things. I don't know. We don't know what's going on. Like I said, like you said, you know, we need a backstory, because this is like, what are y'all talking about? And people are coming for JT because they feel like she wasn't really defending Carisha as she should have. I'm like, so now they. Now they saying they beefing. I'm like, child, they cannot break up. They cannot break this. Who gonna have
what?
Custody over Santana? I'm like, oh, y'all need to stop.
Carisha.
Right. You know, Carisha was holding it down. But no, like, it just seemed very weird. And then, like, Carisha's baby father got into the situation, and you heard that before we started the show. Yeah, I was like, okay, so we just went there. It's a mess. That whole situation, whole ordeal was just messy as hell. Like, I don't know. It's giving, like, why is it like Uzi never? Yeah, like he said, he don't do this. Like, what's going on? Like, Uzi, you never get into this type of cattiness. Like,
well, no. What does Southside say?
You mean what does Southside say?
That's Carisha's boyfriend. What did he say?
Right. Let me see. I got his right there. He went live. Yeah.
Let me say this one time. Hey, I'm tired of you bitches. Don't address none of my bitch, my nigga. You can't handle your.
Hold on. It played it twice at the same time. I don't know why I would do that.
Yeah, let me say this one time. Hey, Uzi, don't address none of my bitch, my nigga. You handle your bitch, nigga. You stay on your side, and y'all stay on y'all side. You got one more time to say something. You ain't got one more time to say nothing to my bitch, nigga. I promise you, I'm gonna punch your teeth out your mouth. Don't say nothing else, nigga. Nothing else to my bitch, nigga. If you don't like my bitch, don't like my bitch. Let them do them. I don't get in they shit. We don't get in they problems, nigga. Stay the little weirdo you is, nigga. Keep rocking purses. Keep doing that bitch shit you doing. I ain't with none of that plan, bro. None of that. None of that plan. I'm the same nigga that saved you from getting robbed from offsetting them, nigga. Don't forget that. I'm the same nigga. I was the only nigga in the studio that had blicks on me, nigga. I'm the same nigga that kept you from getting your jury took when Merch picking up your jury, nigga. Let's not play stupid, my nigga. Stop playing dumb with me, nigga. Don't play stupid at all, bro. Don't play dumb. You feel me? Go on with that shit, bro. Deal with your bitch, fuck with your bitch, nigga, and stay with your bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. One time I will slap dog shit out you. I could have slapped dog shit out you at the party the other day. You feel me? You and that motherfucker with security. I don't ride around Miami with security. We ride around Miami with sticks, nigga. That's it. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
Okay. Well. Well.
Uzi,
He better calm down. Because I was scared for him. I was like,
leave her alone. Uzi just
right. Mm-hmm. Especially somebody. Yeah, child. I don't know what's going on, Jerem.
Now he said, keep rocking purses and that bitch shit you doing.
Oh, he about to take that. He about to take that damn infinity stone out his forehead. I'm telling you.
Right. I'm like,
this ain't what you want, Uzi. You better calm it down. He could have been drunk too, because people get smizzed and.
But it happened like that all the time. It's like in-laws that don't like each other.
Right. People be acting away all the time, Jeff. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna pray for them, and I pray they work it out.
Right, and I hope they don't. I hope JT and Carisha don't get into it, because we don't want to see that. We want to see them flourish. We love.
That's gonna be the case.
Oh.
I don't think they're going. Right. See them like break up their group over their niggas. Neither of them, first of all, neither of them are married. Let's start there. These aren't their husbands, these are their boyfriends.
Okay,
so I don't think they would let either of their boyfriends come between them and the bag.
Okay. Right. Okay. And JT was debunking a lot of stuff too. She was on Twitter saying that y'all putting us against each other. It's not even like that. Like y'all, she's basically saying, mind your business, we're good.
Well, it's our business because y'all went live. Like it becomes when y'all go on a public platform and show y'all ass. Like,
right.
They must got a song for them to come out.
That's what I'm saying. Like this could be a rollout. Like, we
That's how anytime there's anytime these artists go live on these platforms with their drum, I'm like,
it's a rollout.
You got a song to promote, because that's what we're here for. Yeah,
Uzi gonna come out with a diss track, and then bro gonna sit there, come out with a counter diss track. They're going. It's looking very much calculated nowadays.
Don't know anything about Southside. Don't know any of his songs. None of his music's not related to any of those emotions. So maybe go for Southside.
Well, maybe this might be his time. Who knows? But anyway, Saweetie. Oh, you heard?
Saweetie.
Well, earlier this week, TMZ obtained surveillance footage from the elevator at an apartment complex, which showed Saweetie and Quavo engaging in an altercation. Now, sources close to the situation tell TMZ that this incident happened over a year ago, and they were together. Now we got to talk about it, because if we don't talk about it, then they'll say, "Oh, you're only gonna, you're only showing this part and not the whole video." Okay, at the start of the video, we see that the two are standing outside the elevator, where Saweetie seemingly tries to swing at Quavo, and Saweetie grabs an orange case that was like a Call of Duty video game thing. I know I made it on Facebook, said it was a Birkin bag, and she tried to exit with it. But Quavo grabs her and swings Saweetie over across the elevator, and that is the full duration of the video. Okay, now Saweetie remains seated on the floor while the elevator eventually gets to its stop, and Quavo, I believe, he grabs his case and exit. I guess Saweetie follows behind her or whatever. Weird video. It was a weird. It just did not look good. This is not a good look for the both of them. And Saweetie released a statement basically saying, I'm not reading all that. She basically said, this happened a year ago. We had a difference. We're over it. Mind yours.
It's crazy how all this shit go public and they tell us like, mind y'all business. Like, girl.
Well, she didn't say mind your business, but she basically said we moved on, we're over it. And Quavo kind of echoed that same narrative as well. Because what happened was they said LAPD is getting involved. Now I'm like, I didn't like what Quavo did. Like, that was a little aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But like, for the LAPD to be involved, child, and no.
This shit, this from last year.
It's from last year. They done broke it up. They're not with each other no more. It's over. However, a lot of people on Twitter, Facebook, all that, they were, in disbelief. Like, people was really saying some off the wall stuff. And I think there was a tweet that said that one of my friends broke up with their mans because
he laughed at the
because
situation.
he laughed at the video, and I'm like,
She
oh,
was smart
and
girl.
people was like, oh my god, like that's so absurd. Like, why would you? I'm like, well, I mean, it's a little sus that you're laughing at it. It's not a funny video, you know. I didn't find it comical.
Right. She's a smart girl. Because if he found that funny, then that would be a norm for him. Like
Right.
literally on Instagram this week, like I think I would like take a social media sabbatical because it's exhausting. And certain people who you admire or have respect for, like in certain situations like this happens, it can be polarizing based on how they respond to it. And I was very surprised, especially a lot of black men like jumping to Quavo's defense and like saying where she had his stuff. I'm like, you don't know what was going on in that situation. He was like, well, she swung on him. Like, yeah, but she hit him in that video. From what we saw, we don't know what happened before that video.
Don't know what happened before, exactly.
But she was at her apartment complex. She was barefoot and she was like she was taking the bag or whatever out. And he literally drug her back on the elevator, and whatever happened after that happened. So you don't know if she was trying to kick that nigga out of her apartment or not. You don't know. Y'all don't know what was going on. I said, but
I don't know if that was her damn game. She could have been playing Call of Duty shit. Hell, y'all just said because she a girl.
Right, but it was just really weird how people like his defense. And
yeah, like they were so quick to be on his defense, and anybody that was like not on his side, it was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, okay, you were there, so go ahead, tell your exclusive. Since you
right, so
like everybody was acting like they were there, like they knew. And because I remember I made a tweet, and I was like, it's the fact that hold on, let me read my whole thread because this actually got a lot of traction. Hold on, come on, that's what now. Why you want to act like that? Where's it at? I can't find it because it's already other things. But like I basically said something to the fact that hold on. Oh, dead air. Hold on. Where is it at? I hate when I'm trying to find a tweet and it's like and
you're on your page. I'm on Twitter now.
Hold on, let me look at my tweets because this is okay. Here we go. I said, she punched him because she was probably trying to get away. This proves nothing. And then somebody going to sit there and say, oh, well, yeah, getting away from him with that Call of Duty package. I'm like, look, let me tell you something. I'm only offering reasonable doubt because let's remember, we all wasn't there. Like, at the end of the day, we don't know what happened before the hit. She probably, I mean, we don't know. And I think also when he looked at the camera and seen that he was on, seeing that he was on camera, a lot of things stopped. Okay, I like to know what would happen if that camera wasn't there, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. She's clearly in a better space. They're not together anymore, and we all should move on, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, ain't no use crying over spilled milk.
Ain't no use of crying over spilled milk. I'm glad she's child. I'm like, sweetie, you need to get better, man, honey. Get better, man. But anyway. Skai Jackson
back to the streets.
She back to the streets. Okay, no, but I want to talk about Skai Jackson. And at first, I was trying to I was really scouring the entire blog world to find other topics this week because I felt like the topics I had were dry, but this is literally it. I want to talk about Skai Jackson, but when I got into it now, I was like, oh, wait a minute. So there's more to the story. So let me tell you. Let me give y'all the story, okay? A few days ago, Jordan Woods got on live, right? And she was calling out somebody for bullying her younger sister, Jody. Now, people were automatically thinking that this was Skai Jackson because there's this TikToker named Mia J who went viral for calling out Skai, okay? She alleged that there was some beef between Skai and Jody as it pertains to Jules or whatever, because I guess Jules was talking to her, this, that, and the third. Jules was Solange's son, and that's Skai's ex. Now, the TikToker Mia J shared screenshots and shady messages and showed posts from Skai Jackson's burner account or Finsta, where she was like being shady. Yeah, allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
where she was allegedly being shady towards Jody and stuff like that. Now, after that came out, because she made a lot of TikTok videos about it. Part two, so like for part two, like for part three. Skai denounced all these rumors, right, on IG. She went on the Neighborhood Talk where she said that the TikToker extorted her, right? She said that the TikToker Mia asked her either to promote my music or pay me $3,000 and I'll take down my videos.
Shit. Girl, fuck you and the videos. Okay.
But let me tell you Maya's response though. She was like, well, hell yeah. I mean, you told me to delete my videos. I'm a creator on TikTok. I get paid for it. So if you want me to delete my videos, you want to promote my music, or you going to pay me $3,000 because that's how much I'm getting for this. So yeah, they go back and forth. But Skai, apparently she's painting the picture that Skai is saying that she's trying to extort her when really she's just like, you telling me to delete my content. I said allegedly. So I did my job to the best of my ability. You still telling me to delete my stuff? It ain't happening unless you give me the 3,000 or the promotion.
Okay.
And she has a screenshot
Here's
this. Right. We'll get into that. But Mia has the screenshots where she agreed to promoting her music, but she never did it. So they're going back and forth. Skai's mom got involved. Now they want to sue. Yeah. It's given very much mess.
Very, very messy.
No, but I mean, as we get to my open discussion about this, is Skai a mean girl? I don't know. I mean, she's definitely had her fair share in drama. Just a couple months ago, one of her friends that was also ex to NLE Chopper, they got into it because she was being very flirtatious and saying that, we were meeting up. Her and that rapper was meeting up for a movie date or whatever, and the girl fell away because it's like, honey, we're friends and that's my ex. Like, what was going on? To the whole Jewel situation. Then there's this like other like people. She has a lot of situations with people. Okay. So it's looking habitual for her, honey. I don't know what's going on, Skai. Are you a mean girl? What you think, Derek?
I don't know if Skai, if I would paint her as a mean girl. I just think that Skai handles situations how she handles situations. Right. And I think the last time that Skai was involved in some drama, her mom got involved. You could see that she is backed up and her mom is going to ride for her. So
okay,
whatever y'all want to do, we ready. Like I said, here's this cease and desist. You're not getting $3,000.
Okay.
And it is what it is. And if she is a mean girl, it'll manifest itself when it's time. But all this behind the scenes, this shadow work stuff that happens with her, it's like people are making an extra concerted effort to paint her out to be this this nasty girl. But I guess we'll see. Whatever happens in the dark always comes to light. And I'm optimistic and hopeful that this is just an attempt to assassinate Skai's character. And like I said, we'll see how it develops. But you ain't finna $3,000.
$3,000. Child, I'm like, and then or promote my music. First of all, you ain't giving me no damn ultimatum.
I'd have sent her
$3. Promote the damn music. I'm like, girl, what? She probably said that shit to be joking. Like, okay, yeah, I'll promote it. I ain't promoting that shit. What she thought what she thought this was? Child, that was crazy. I mean, I don't know. The girl Mia is still, I think she's still like posting stuff. I don't know. There's something about TikTokers that allegedly have these encounters or have some tea on certain celebrities. It's like, okay, yeah, you probably have some screens because she has screenshots from somebody else that sent her stuff. Because these are people without platforms that have access to screenshot it or messages and stuff like that. Mia has alleged, though, also, I forgot to mention this, that, in those screenshots that she has possessed has some child pornography on it. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, this is serious now. Now, obviously, these are screenshots from probably when they were like kids, and kids, back in the day, we was rambunctious as hell, Okay, I don't imagine these conversations or group chats of distributing any type of photos is still happening. I'm pretty sure that's not happening now, but it's this is a very slippery slope. So if they're trying to sue, that ain't gonna be no shit. Ain't gonna be easy because she says she don't want to sue me because I'm the one that has the information. I'm like, okay, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll follow the story because this is interesting. Me, these little kids having this drama. But I don't know. I mean, did you see Jordan Woods? Because she actually went on live and was saying like, "Yo, y'all not gonna mess with my sister." Like, did you see that?
Oh yeah, I did. I saw that whole video.
I was like, "Ooh." Like, who is she talking about?
Oh, well, I just got a message back from the executive producer of Taste in LA, and he's interested in coming on the show. And
are you serious?
Very.
Okay.
We'll chat after the program.
After the
Look at
live.
Look at that. Put it in the universe.
Okay, honey, we manifesting everything in 2021.
All
okay.
things, yes.
All the things. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
So yeah.
Leray.
So Skai, just keep doing Skai, child.
Yes.
It just comes with it. It comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory. She is becoming like a hot topic.
And if she does fall into the mean girl category, she better be the best mean girl there is.
Okay, per.
Sure.
We'll keep you posted on that topic. But anyway, Coi Leray. Now, for those who don't know, she's the girl that Big Purr, like she got the, that song. You don't know that song? You ain't heard? Okay, well she got a song that I don't know how it goes, but apparently it's charting and it did pretty well. And she's Benzino's daughter, right? And she has been a hot topic for some time because people on social media body shaming her. Okay, there was like several tweets and posts talking about her being too skinny. There's a couple people that said that she's like a little boy. And yeah. I mean, she's a really skinny girl. She's very skinny. I mean, she's not ugly. She's not, she's not a unattractive person. Like she's just really skinny. And a lot of people are like body shaming her for it, saying, "Oh, she needs to get work done, or she need a sandwich." Like, there's a lot of things. So she responds and she essentially says, "A lot of y'all do this bullying shit to every celebrity. I get it. I'm human, but y'all human. But a lot of people don't understand how much someone. If you're trying to kill me, I just ain't afraid to die. I'm ready for whatever." I'm like, okay, well, okay, but it's
okay.
Well, she's been going back and forth. We're not going to go down all the tweets, but one tweet that I thought was very interesting was when someone said they body shamed Coi Leray for being too skinny, Meg Thee Stallion for being too tall or strong, Saweetie for being plastic, Lizzo for being fat. Like, I'm starting to think that there's no right way to occupy a body when you're a woman. Like, and it's like, that is so true. Like, we literally see people come for Meg because of her body type. Obviously, Lizzo.
Yeah.
Now Coi Leray for being skinny. So it's like, what the hell do you want these girls to be?
I think the policing of female bodies, it's age old, and it's like it's getting tired now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So to any of our female fans that are watching, like, just be yourself, as long as you're happy.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, as long as you're healthy, then everything's good. But at this point, it's like, listen, if you're healthy or if you're not healthy, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
It doesn't add or take away any food to me or coins to me. Just be happy.
Yeah.
Be happy. I think Lizzo did a video last week on Instagram where she was eating pomegranates and coconut water. And, she took a lot of media fire last year and the year before that about her campaign for body positivity. And then she came out and said that she wanted to lose weight, and people ate her up for that too. And, her message was like, listen, we always try to fit into somebody else's like boxes of what they think you should be. And honestly, it's just not healthy. And also, can have an emotional toll on you. Have folks out here having eating disorders to lose weight. Have folks out here binge eating to gain weight because they feel too skinny. And it's just, you have to do what's good for your body.
Right.
And whatever puts you in the optimum form of health for your body. People just need to mind their damn business.
Okay.
Like, unless you're finna move into my house and make my meals, don't worry about what I'm eating.
Okay. Oh, we got a couple comments I have not even seen. Shirley Bees, how are you?
Yes, Shirley.
Yes.
I'd be like, folks used to tell me I was too skinny. I was like, give me your food stamp card.
Right. And body shaming is not just, because body shaming has for the longest has always been, you coming for somebody that's big or whatever. But no, it's really people that are too skinny. I mean, now it's people that are just that are physically fit. Like it's like, like, ugh. I'm like, what? Nobody's perfect, and I think that I think people on social media, like I said, social media is a great thing, but it also has become a curse because now we just have people just spewing hate. Like this, I literally seen like a tweet of some girl. It was like one of those caught in 4K type Twitter posts. It was like this girl literally said this, she looked like a little ass boy, and then someone looked at her profile picture, and honey, ain't got no room to be talking because you look like it's like Twitter? It was on Twitter. I seen it on
these people be looking train wrecks.
Like, who are you to say? Yeah. It's really, and it's I don't know, girl.
I be gagging on Twitter.
You know how I am with body shaming.
Like, where are your side teeth?
Right. I'm very critical when it comes to body shaming.
There's so much business to be handled. And people just be all in wrong.
On rocks with a glass house. Make that make sense.
Just say.
Well,
speaking of Twitter,
okay,
trolls and things like that. Zola, the trailer for Zola is out. I'm not sure if you remember a few years ago, there was a Twitter thread that came out. This girl named Zola. She's a stripper. And T.S. Madison's in this movie, by the way. I don't know if you've seen the trailer. I can send it to you. But it comes out this summer, and I am so excited.
I'm looking at it.
Like, you had to be here when that thread went viral because it was a series of tweets. It took like maybe 30 minutes to read. But that story, child. So if y'all don't know the story, let me tell you the story real quick. Let me give you the Clip Notes version. So it's about this stripper named Zola who worked at Hooters. She's a dancer or whatever. And she was waiting on this white girl and this black friend that she was with or whatever. And, they kicked it. They sit down, they talking about blah. The girl calls her the next day and like, hey, you dance, I dance. Hey, we're going to Florida. Come down to Miami with me. It's like, girl, we just met. But like, she's like, oh yeah, they make money. Blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, girl, like, I'm down. So she meets up with the girl. They go down to Florida, and she ends up going down there with the white girl Jess, her boyfriend Jared, and a black guy named Z. She's like, oh yeah, this is my friend, my roommate, blah blah. They all live together, and he has a wife or whatever. But it's just four of them going down there, get this little rusty hotel room, drop Jared off, and he's like, oh, okay, well, we're not gonna sleep here. We're just gonna go. We're gonna be out all night, going to the club, and dance, blah blah. After the club, she was like, oh, they didn't make any money. That's what she told the black guy. So Zola's like, oh, wait a minute, this black guy must be her pimp, because why are you telling her how much money we made or whatever? And so the dude was like, well, damn, y'all ain't made no money. All right, well, y'all want to trap? So trapping means tricking. So the white girl was like, yeah, we down, blah, blah. End up taking to another hotel, and he sends like 3 guys, and the girl was like selling pussy for like $100. And Zola's like, well, I'm not doing none of that. She was like, you need to up your price. Like, what is this, honey? So she was like, you said you take pictures of the girl, put the girl on Backpage, and racks in like $5,500 that night of people just coming in and, doing what they do. So when the black guy came back, Zola's thinking like, okay, well, tell him like you made like a couple $100, you know what I'm saying, and keep the rest for yourself. The white girl's like, I made $5,500, and Zola's like, girl, what the fuck there? How did she get to do all the money? And so the dude gives Zola like 500. He's like, well, if you did it once, she said, oh, you do my job better than me. So he sets him up to do it the next night. And Zola's like, girl, I just came down here to dance. And that's it.
Okay.
But when they get back to the hotel where the boyfriend was, he was out there with a dreadhead. And the dude left, and he's like, well, we can't stay here now. He was like, we can't stay here now because niggas know that the girls were here and that there's money here. So that night, Zola set up another back page, and she got a call for like $4,000. Like, hey, we got $4,000. There's 4 other dudes here. We want 2 girls. She's like, well, you can only get 1. He's like, okay, cool. Got the address, and they went out there, and opened the door. 2 black guys snatched the white girl.
Oh, Lord.
And was like, I want, So Zola calls the black guy and Jared. They all go down there to go get this girl. Come to find out, the dude that made the call was the same dreadhead from the night before that was smoking with her boyfriend. And apparently he's a pimp down there. And they were working on, he was like, oh, y'all come there and get our money. So I can get, $20,000 for it right now. And so some things happen. The black guy ends up shooting the dude in the face. They get back to the hotel. The white boy.
Hold on, did the movie come out?
The movie. No, this was a thread on Twitter like years ago. Like the whole like the girl her story like on Twitter. And she's like, the boy jumped off the balcony, but he didn't die. They helped him back on. End up leaving. Zola's like, I gotta go home. I'm going out with my man. Her and Jared go home, and thinking that Jess is gonna come back out. 3 days later, come to find out Jess is in Las Vegas. She had a phone call saying that the black dude they were with, was wanted for murder and sex trafficking.
Child.
And yeah, she was like, girl, I'm not fucking with you after this. Like, you got the wrong number.
Okay.
I was like, this is why you don't go on trips with people you meet at Hooters. So that was the story. Like, that was a moment on Twitter, and it got picked up, and they turned it into a movie. So it comes out
getting paid.
Right. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna like make it cinematic and make it a little more dramatic. But I'm excited about that. And that's just crazy. Like the digital age that we're in now, like people can really share their stories and it can blow up into something.
And it turn into a movie.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
Yes, it is. Well, we'll see what it gives, honey. We'll see.
I didn't know Strippers had that kind of exciting life. I mean, P Valley is good, but P Valley ain't that.
Oh, we said P Valley is good. I still haven't watched that show. I need to like get but see, I already had Stars like for the week and then deleted it.
You had it for a week. Get a new email address, do the trial, you'll be fine.
Right. I'm probably gonna use because I got like 5 different emails. What's up, Studio Lofi? What's good? I see you because she commented on there. I have to be looking at these chats because I'll be forgetting. Be sure to comment with your thoughts. Let's move on to music.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like I need like intro
news for your segment.
Yeah, news and music.
Yeah.
I don't know. When we get big, we'll do that. Demi Lovato's new album.
We already have it when you're big.
Huh?
Do it when you're small so you can have it when you're big. Right. You gotta wait.
Demi Lovato's new album though, Dancing with the Devil.
How ironic.
It's funny how she like named her album like that and she unfollowed Lil Nas X. We'll get into that though. She unfollowed Lil Nas X, but honey, you got your album name is Dancing with the Devil. I bet to not see you doing no type of ballroom dancing with Lucifer, honey, in a music video, because
Demi Lovato dancing. Oh God,
Dancing with the Devil, honey. That's what her album is called.
Well, I mean,
she can dance a little bit.
Huh?
Okay. Anyway, I was listening to some of the songs on there. I mean, it gets an E for effort. I love. Oh, look, hear me out. I think that the album is good, but I'm used to Demi like being this pop icon. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you one question. Does the album sound depressing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm not listening. Okay.
No, but you know, in it,
she tries to kill herself before every album. I'm tired.
Oh my God, you need to stop.
I'm literally exhausted.
I'm tired. No,
I'm exhausted.
Listening to the first act, because like, you know how people love to separate their music, and I'm like, okay, this is that. Anyway, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, I'm here with it. Then she started doing like other types. It's more. It seems very alternative, which is okay for certain artists. Like when Taylor Swift did that with the whole folklore thing, like it was more alternative. I never seen her do like music like that.
Mm-hmm.
With Demi, it's just, I don't know, it's just not. Demi just doesn't do it all the way sometimes. Like she doesn't hit it in,
baked.
huh?
Just seems half baked. It's like
Yeah. I was just like,
okay.
Like I was going through it, I was like, ooh, skip. Oh, I like that song.
Lord. Now she got an Uno album.
Now she got a what?
Uno album. I call it Uno album when you got so many skips in it.
Oh, stop.
Lord.
Child, let me stop for she beats girl. No, I hope it does well. I hope it does well. I hope her fan base, listens to it and streams it and stuff like that. I don't see it going anywhere. I mean, she might can like get nominated for a Grammy because it was critically acclaimed. Grammys are still nominating things that are critically acclaimed, I guess.
Okay.
But we'll see what it.
February.
We'll see in February. But no, that's pretty much it. Like when it comes to new music, like no new music came out. I did want to talk about Lil Nas X, however, because they said that people predict that the song "Call Me by Your Name" will go #1
Who is
on
people?
Billboard charts. There was a couple of pages, of blogs.
Probably like because YouTube streams, YouTube views now count towards your streams.
Yeah,
so
they went #1.
Controversial as that video was, like it's probably going to end up hitting 1 billion views before summer.
Yeah,
so it's gonna go platinum, and I can see make all those Christian conservatives mad. I'm like, y'all watch the video.
Y'all mad as hell. Now, here's the thing, because Nike got the judge to halt the Satan shoes distribution by the Misfit company. Mischief, yeah. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't really feel any ways about it. I think it's like a double standard because that same company released the Holy Water shoes last year, which it's like the polar opposite of the one that Lil Nas X has. That shoe didn't have the only difference is that shoe didn't have an ambassador attached to it. And these sold out in minutes.
Yeah.
But I think because of the public outcry and as controversial as it was, Nike didn't want to be associated with all of that because people were saying we're going to boycott Nike and blah blah blah. Nike like, shit, we had nothing to do with that. Mischief he's a shoe designer. He redoes like all types of shoes, like Pumas and stuff like that. And a lot of custom shoe designers take shoes and
legal
and redo them. I mean, if you own the shoes. But it's called dilution.
You own the shoes.
Dilution, right. So if anything, it's all about like what law was broken. You gonna sue somebody. What was the violation? So if anything would be dilution, would be what what Nike's claim would be is that you diluted a brand and then you repurposed it, resold it. Other than that, it's just like people are
the way of the rollout was that these are Nike shoes. So it's like, okay, so Nike must had a hand in.
No, Nike made the original shoe. The shoe designer bought the shoes and he redesigned them. So this is the thing. If they go back and remake this shoe in the next 2 months and just take the Nike logo off, it's still gonna sell out.
Yeah.
So just go back and just redo the shoe.
And I was very early on. I was very critical about the whole shoe thing because I felt like, okay, now I get the video. I approve. This is what it is. However, like the Nike shoe was always like a little red flag for me. So I was like, I hated to see that happen to him. I hated, and I hate that he's like, that he was talking about it. He was like, oh, they're trying to shut us down, this, that, and the third. But it's like, no, I mean, Nike is they're trying to take their name out of the situation.
What's funny about this though? I think I saw this conversation on Twitter too. If it was Travis Scott, if it was Lil Uzi, Lil Wayne, or any of these other rappers or whatever, that tinker around with devil imagery or whatever, this esoteric energy, like it wouldn't have been a problem. but because it was Lil Nas X and the controversy with him in that video, I think that's why all that's happening. But all press is good press at this point.
Yeah, and I think also because he is, like you just said, like because he's an ambassador, with the whole thing with the holy shoes, they didn't have an ambassador to do that. They had it with Lil Nas X, and Lil Nas X brought attention to it. So I guess this company was able to sell those type of altered Nike shoes.
$1,000 shoes. They made over $500,000 in
minutes. People were buying them. You know, it would have been cool if he would have just did like merch with, or had his, or designed his own shoe. I think that would have been, it still would have sold out. You know, but you know, like I said, people are talking about we got to boycott Nike. They already was trying to boycott Nike when they did the whole deal with what's his name, Kaepernick. So they're like, look, we're not trying to get in hot water no more. Like
Nike's. So during the boycott, this is the funny part. During that whole boycott with the Colin Kaepernick thing, Nike had one of its best quarters in 10 years.
Well, I mean, this is a distribution that Nike put out themselves. I don't think there was a conversation about these Satan shoes to Nike. I feel like that if that would have been had, then they would have got we'll allow it, we'll disallow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like there needs to be some level of professionalism as well when it comes to the situation. You know.
Well, I guess they are a big name. So start suing all of these designers that redesign shoes, man. If that's the case.
Well, yeah, it's probably going to open up hopefully we'll love for energy to be kept, and this will open up the floodgates to situations like that.
It won't. It's just a stunt for Nike to save face, because they just don't want to lose in it. You know, they don't want to.
But can you blame Nike though?
I blame them. I mean, you already got paid for the shoe. So
they were getting a check. They were getting a commission from this.
How you think they got the shoes? He didn't steal them from Nike. You had to buy them.
Okay. Well, he bought them. I mean, he bought them as a customer, and
he bought them. It's like being a vendor. It's just like
having a conversation. It goes a long way. Actually, talking to the company.
So for me, I have a t-shirt brand, right? So if I am going to use Haim shirts, I'm going to go through my vendor and I'm going to get those shirts, right? I'm going to purchase those shirts, and then I'm going to customize them however I want to customize them. I'm going to put them on my site, and then I'm going to collect my check. That's how that works. So for people who specialize in customized shoes, it works the same way. They get a wholesale vendor. They buy their product, they customize it, and then they resell it. That's what Mischief does that's what he does as a designer. That's the nature of the business. It's not let me call you and say, hey, I'm about to redo this shoe and let's work out a deal, blah, blah, blah. No, I've already purchased the product. I purchased it. Now I'm going to customize it and then resell it. It's just how that's just normally how it goes.
I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I just think Nike's a little bit different of a company than Hanes, though, because Hanes. I mean, whatever. I mean, it is what it is, but you know, this happened. So
this is about Nike protecting their brand from the controversy. It has nothing to do with the business of customizing shoes. There are several other designers that customize Nike shoes all the time. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
In order for them to get the shoes, they have to buy it from Nike. So
I get it.
This is Nike separating themselves and being brought into national controversy around the shoe, which is also tied to the video of the imagery of the shoe. You didn't see this same backlash when they had the holy waters. You didn't see the same backlash when they had redesigned the Nike shoes and they did the full diamond Nikes. It wasn't the same. You hear Nike complaining because they already got their money. So for this particular incident, has nothing to do with doing business with Nike. It's about protecting their brand from the controversy that's happening surrounding this particular shoe. That's why I was like, the designer, like if you take them to court, there was no law broken. The only thing you can do is claim dilution. You diluted my product, and that's a penalty of $25,000. Cut them folks that check and going about your business, or stop the distribution of the shoe, remove the Nike logo, and resell the shoe.
All right.
It's a big deal for people who can't afford to shoot, but it ain't that big a deal. Nike ain't gonna miss out on no money.
We know.
But yeah, it's just.
I would have loved for him to just do it like, just do merch. That would have been like a lot easier.
He still can. He has an album that's coming out. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna have album merch this summer when his debut album drops. So he'll be fine. He ain't got to come out of no pocket.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the one getting sued. I mean, this is that company. We'll just see how that plays out, however that plays out. But I still feel that, if that's what Nike wanted to do, they wanted to disassociate themselves because of that. I don't like that's what they, that's their choice. Anyway, let's move on. Summer is definitely walking out this time. Like she definitely, from the last time we talked about her on the show, she made an Instagram post which she expressed her frustration of being an R&B singer, and she said, I legit hate my job, in quotes, right? And she also said that why can't I just put out music without stalkers, being obsessed with my private life and this, that, and third? I need to start finding my next job. So, yeah. No more summer.
Right. Well, there's a call center she could work at.
Well, all right. You said there's a what?
There's a call center she could work at somewhere. She got a whole pole house. She could start doing her pole dancing classes online on Zoom.
Honey.
They can dance to her old music.
Ooh, I'm gonna need you to stop.
I mean, the music business isn't for everybody. And sometimes like the industry can take the fun out of it. Of being creative, because it becomes a business and it becomes like this thing, and everybody's not built for fame or that that heightened attention. And, she deals with anxiety too, so it probably is just overwhelming for her to have to deal with that and try to put out music. She just wants to put out music. So I think she should just pull a Carrie Hilson and just write.
Right.
Yeah, just write hits for other people. You get more money that way anyway. That's what the money's in publishing. So she can always just write music for other artists who enjoy being on stage and performing live and don't mind.
I think after her breakout, like I think Summer Walker will always, like, there's no escaping it now. Like once you're famous to that magnitude, I believe she was nominated for a Grammy. Like it'll take a minute for people to be.
How many people have won Grammys and disappeared?
I know they disappear, but okay, well.
Hollywood is a casting system. We can find another Summer Walker. We can find another one. There are hundreds of them on SoundCloud. If not thousands. We'll be fine.
I see you wrote in there, now this ain't got nothing to do with music, child. We talk about Michael Strahan's new teeth.
I'm just saying, it's still a hot topic. Y'all see Michael Strahan's new teeth?
I mean, yeah, he finally got his teeth done.
They say a what gap? Now I have mixed feelings about that, because I feel like gaps are like an innate African trait. Whoever has a gap, I used to have like a little gap or whatever, but he looked good. They're done. Well, like my friend, one of my friends said, shit, he can get it either way, with or without. He can chomp on these hips. I was like, well,
oh, okay, wow.
There you have it.
We went there.
But shout out to Michael Strahan's new teeth. Speaking of it being done, what's going on in Atlanta?
Real Housewives of Atlanta, they did their reunion. We finally seen what they look like. Everybody wearing black. A lot of people saying that Portia's the best dressed, but she's the best look. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know what the hell Candy got on.
Candy is giving you Mistress of the Dungeon. Okay,
it's the bang. It's the bang for me. Somebody on Twitter said, "Why she look like one of the Isley brothers?" I'm like, whoa! I need y'all to stop.
His teeth were an April Fool's joke. So he had one of the flippers from Instagram.
Wait, what?
I just got alerted from the pit that he still got his gag. Well, so that means he probably put on one of those flippers from Instagram that they selling for $19, where you just pop your teeth in and they fix all your stuff.
I was really about to buy. Ooh, let me stop. Let me know.
Well, go ahead and get them. They look good. Ain't nothing wrong with Michael Strahan having a flipper.
Oh, not a flipper.
Yeah, it's called a flipper. I may buy one too.
Hey, look, because it look real. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, apparently he posted that it was an April Fool's joke, making a fool out of everybody.
Oh, let me see. That's why I don't like April Fools. Like they literally
say April 1st. What is this day
that's
about?
Beyonce. That's so Beyonce. I'm calling y'all out because y'all gonna sit there and say Beyonce and Nicki Minaj are doing a song, doing a collab.
We already had that. Next.
I'm like, what? And then they said April Fools that day. I'm like, y'all some bums. What? I mean, I would like a Nicki and Beyonce, another Nicki and Beyonce. That'd be cute.
No, what the April Fool's joke that would have fucked people up is if the White House had announced there was gonna be another round of stimulus. And then be like, oh my bad, that was
April Fools. I'd be like,
April Fools.
Look, I'll be like, Joe, I spent my entire stimulus check.
Man, I know. That's gonna be my ass. I lost it. It went to your direct deposit. I don't know what. I think I lost that whole account, and I lost that whole account. That whole account got thrown away. I need a new.
You need to do it again, Joe.
Do it again, Joe.
Oh my God! I think that probably gonna be the last one we ever gonna get, child. Oh my God,
Lord.
But Real Housewives of Atlanta, like I said, yeah, they said Candy looked like she one of the Isley brothers, and I can't unsee it with that. It's the bayang for me. But then, you know, it's traditional. It's very traditional for them to go in gowns and stuff like that. So she tried to do a different thing, a different look. Okay. Okay.
Who tried to do a different look? Come on, Candy.
I mean, ain't nobody ever showed up to a Housewives show like that. Like, it's given very much, and I don't see the background.
Did you see Marlo's outfit? She had on plastic too. I mean, leather. I mean,
Stop. She got money.
I ain't say she was broke. I just said she had on trash bag.
Leather, honey.
Trash bag halter top thing.
Look. Marlo is a dime, honey. She's a dime.
I didn't like that Cynthia King and Portia all had like
the same type
of the same dress.
Yeah.
But Portia still slayed. She slayed the girls.
She's all right.
The new queen of Real Housewives looked the part.
Portia is not the new queen of Real Housewives, child.
She's you see who got that center peach? You see who holding it down in the middle? Huh. You see
her and Kenya both are probably sitting next to
Kenya's on the way out, okay? The only thing Kenya is therapy.
So if Kenya was not
listen, next season, unless somebody calls CPS on Kenya, we don't care about what's going on in her life. She's gonna be a divorced, single, lonely, non-housewife who don't do nothing but be bitter and stir up drama. And what did Selena Johnson say on R&B when she was talking to Nikki? There's a special place in hell for women like you who stir up drama.
Portia is not that strong enough to be nobody's queen of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you're hearing it from me. I know, like people like to say, "Oh, she's a baby Nene." No, that's not. No. I'm sorry.
She ain't gotta be a baby Nene, but Portia.
It seemed like Portia and Kenya need each other. Let's be clear on the show. They both. It's this versus this. You cannot have this without this, and that's how it's going to be with them.
That's not true.
They don't. Come on now. Okay, so let's say they do get rid of Kenya
on the show.
Who is Portia gonna get into it with?
Came on the show creating drama with Phaedra. Then when Portia got added on the show, they
both came at the same time.
Well, Portia came in the second episode, like the second episode of her event, event where she accidentally called Kenya Miss America or something like that. And like ever since then, like Kenya like literally has been trying to dog this lady, and Kenya just seems like she's so pretty. Let me tell you what bothers me about Kenya. Kenya is she's a gorgeous woman. She is successful in her own right, but she is just so insecure and bitter. I think that her being so jaded is what makes her react the way that she reacts. And I feel like we got parts of her story, the whole situation with her mom and seeing how horrible she is with relationships. I get it. But when it comes to this particular type of show, you look at them and you're like, okay, bitch, you're too old to not understand how to operate in a circle where y'all are supposed to be supporting each other. And I feel like she creates unnecessary drama. This season with the whole thing about Strippergate, it was so unnecessary. You're in a house full of grown ass women. If one of these women decide they want to fuck the stripper, it ain't none of your business. And I feel like the problem was that her cave is dry at the moment.
What?
Her cave is dry.
I need to stop.
And so, you know what I mean? And it's just like, girl, if Kenya needs to get laid and calm down, because all this other stuff is just so unnecessary. Besides her storyline this season is she's getting divorced and she hates Portia.
I felt like she dragged. Okay, so let me talk. So I felt like she dragged the whole Strippergate situation. I definitely felt like, okay, it ain't that damn serious. If she had sex with the damn stripper, she had sex with the damn stripper child. However, I will say that Kenya. The thing about it is, though, these past couple seasons have been trending, have been rating. When it comes, people are watching the show and getting into these little situations because of Kenya. If it was not for, if Kenya would have never been there, I mean, this definitely would have still been a Housewives, but it just wouldn't have been as monumental. Like the moments, like the pillow talk scene, the damn reunions when she's on there. Either they dragging her or she dragging them. Like she brings it, and I think that Kenya is despite what you think about her, and she has her faults. She's not perfect. She's good for the show. She's great for the show.
She's an agitator, but I still feel like she needs.
But I think Portia ain't no better because I feel like she's the whole thing with Marlo. Like it pissed me off that she's coming for Marlo and trying to see if she's like, oh, like I don't think I can trust you no more because now you done pieced it up with Kenya. Y'all could be talking about me, this, that, and the third. I'm like, it's like you either have to be Portia friend or Kenya friend. Like it's so funny.
She never said that. She doesn't have a problem with you being
like
friends. She's talking about the perspective of how it looked. Kenya and Marlo made up on the same night, like literally minutes before Kenya came down to that table and started accusing someone of sleeping with the stripper. Like, so for Portia being on the outside, it looks as though, okay, well now you're my friend, but now y'all done made a buddy, and this lady is trying to shame me, like sex shame me. And what the ice on the cake happened on Instagram, where they were using the hashtag "it wasn't me," where it was Kenya first, then it was LaToya, and then it was Marlo. So Portia's perspective and perception is, okay, Marlo, now you're playing Kenya's game, and if you're my friend, what it makes me feel is I can't trust you. There's just like I said last show with you, like when we're off the air, it's like, okay, well, if you're not our friends, me and you, and there's this third party that's in our friend circle who has made it clear they don't like me, right? You and I'm closer to you than I am to some of the other people in our friend group. And if this person is now on a mission to like slander me or attack me, and I feel as though you don't have that relationship with that person, like y'all ain't clicking like that. But then when there's a situation where I'm being targeted, and now y'all are buddy, y'all have pieced up or whatever, y'all are buddy, and some of the actions, some of the ways they're moving, you're reflecting that, or it appears that you're reflecting that, it's going to make me question my friendship to you. It's going to make me question your loyalty to me. And that's just natural. It's like, well, what the fuck is going on? If you're my friend, be my friend, be open, be honest, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm watching how you move. That's all Kings are.
It's because y'all Aries, honey. Y'all Aries are too, like, y'all be thinking about it too much, honey. Y'all be overthinking it. It don't be
too much. No, we're warriors by nature. We don't back down from a fight, but we're also very intuitive and protective. My thing is, I'm not going to be kicking with you if I feel like you're backstabbing me or if I can trust you. So that is the issue that they're having. And Marlo, in this last episode, when her and Portia had their conversation, Marlo's thing was like, listen, you know I didn't like this woman. Like, Kenya literally went into her fucking launch for her wig lines with a damn marching band, talking about some Kenya Moore hair care. I would have punched her in her shit.
Ashley got over a lot of the stuff, but they both said real negative stuff to
each other. Right. So Marlo's things, I didn't have anything for this lady, but off of the strength of you, because Portia and King had kind of made up, and she was like, Portia, you said this woman, she has a lot of trauma, but she has a good heart, blah, blah. So I was like, I decided to try to make amends with her to absolve it. And they're supposed to be a friend group. They're supposed to be a supportive friend group.
Yeah.
From all those things, like, damn, I can be friends with y'all, but y'all both you're putting me in the middle where I can't be friends with either or, because if I'm friends with Kenya expects her friends to be loyal to her and not to fuck with Portia. Portia's thing is, if you're a friend to me and you know I don't like this bitch, like, don't be kicking with this bitch separately, man, bringing that shit around.
The same thing that Kenya's doing. They both.
I don't trust you. And there's nothing wrong with saying I don't trust you. And if that affects their friendship, that's their prerogative. I hope
Marlo needs to be with. Yeah, Marlo needs to be what Candy used to be. Okay, Candy used to be super neutral. Yeah. Like herself, now she team Kenya.
Candy would be eating during all the drama. She didn't care. She eating. Candy used to eat through all the drama. They be fighting. Candy be eating.
That's why I kind of find it weird that, like, dang, like, Candy, you really doing this now? Like, like after all these seasons, but like, you know, she needs to be what Candy used to be. Now, I didn't know when she did that whole hashtag, it wasn't me, and then you lied about it. Like, girl, you did not. That was not no coincidence, Marlo. Now you know damn well. Now you making it bad on you. You made it worse on yourself.
But I'm saying, how can you say that now and not understand why Portia feels the way that she feels?
Okay, that was that one thing, but I felt like she was also trying to keep the peace too. Like, I feel like her saying, because sometimes, and that's just, you know, sometimes you want to lie about certain things so it keeps the peace. Like, oh, I wasn't in it. I'm just, you know, it was something. All right, call it fake if you want to. Look, look.
See, your Libra's jumping out. Your Libra's jumping out.
Our Libra's jumping out. We want to keep the peace. Like, if we, my thing, it'd be one thing if we were friends and then I met somebody through you and now you don't fuck with that person. Okay, fine. But if we all were friends at a certain point and y'all two stop messing with each other, I'm like, well, you know, my name, and I'm sorry if this, you know, if this sounds crazy, but like, my name Bennett and I ain't in it. I'm still kind of, I'm not going to try. We're not going to talk about each other, you know, vice versa. Like, I'm not going to go to this person and say, oh, well, he said this, or, you know, this person said that. Like, I'll be very neutral. Like, I'll be like, you know, I'll still hang out with the both of y'all until, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, no, you don't get what I'm saying. But, you know, I'm just saying what I would do. Like, you know, I would keep it neutral. But I don't know. I mean, it's nowadays you got to be this or that. You got to be this or that. So, you know,
I don't know. Just keep that fake shit from around me. That's just how.
I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's fake. I think that she's trying to keep it neutral. You gotta pick a side. Okay, I get it. Now, see,
that's me.
We got one example, and the other example is LaToya.
Oh Lord, this lady.
Now, LaToya, what she's doing is fake shit, because she's over here telling Portia and everybody else that don't fuck with Kenya, oh yeah, Mark want alimony, this, that, and the third. Now that shit is fake. Okay, you know these girls.
That was slip of the tongue. We're not slipping the tongue, but
you know these girls don't like each other. You still need telling her business.
So LaToya was like, oh well, everybody must know then. If Candy knows, then I'm sure that the rest of the girls know too. And she said that on the after show. That's on YouTube. They all do their after show interviews. And she was like, I just, for that particular one, thought that everybody already knew. So she didn't feel anything about bringing it up because she thought that all y'all knew that. And then she also says she regrets saying it because if she'd have known that it wasn't public to the group, that she probably would have just not said anything about it. But LaToya, she's a shit starter too. For her being a new girl, she is literally trying to secure her spot for the next season.
Is she really? I mean, if she pisses off too many people, I mean, like, they're not gonna want to tape with her.
Oh no, but she's good for the show, right? You just said Kenya spent the last 6 years.
Yeah, but she's a friend though. She's a friend.
Mm-hmm.
She's a friend.
She's a friend that keeps the show moving.
But you need to still have people that's going to want to film with you too. If you pissing off both sides,
no one said they didn't want to film with LaToya, except for, Fallon doesn't. You know. Do you watch Speak on It? Do you watch Candy's show? Candy's show. Speak on It.
Oh, that's her YouTube show?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't watch it. I see clips.
Oh, you should watch them. Yeah, it's like a series. You watch the show on Bravo, and then you go to YouTube and you watch the after show interviews. And then you go see Candy, because Candy gonna speak on the episode too. And then she usually has like one of the girls.
I mean, she's gonna say this not pro Kenyan.
You should watch the show. And you'll find out for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, like Fallon she's one of the girls we see the least of. But as far as like LaToya goes, the only person that really has a problem with LaToya would be Fallon because of them having an unresolved issue of, you know, every time I'm in your presence, you're disrespecting me. I'm my husband. And the last time they filmed together, she was disrespecting her home. So that alone, it created enough drama to where people will follow to see what that friendship would look like, if there's going to be a way back or if there's going to be a bridge over troubled water with them moving forward. But I told you at the beginning of the season, I was interested because the Queen wasn't going to be there. I'm still not as interested, but I think it's funny that Drew Sidora it took a while for her to find her footing, but I'm actually liking Drew on the show.
I think she's going to be a one-season wonder, but okay.
You think so?
You
know what will
if I see her on the next season, I'll be real surprised.
The test is going to be how they show up at the reunion, how what the theatrics are and what the resolves are. But I don't think Drew.
And I also feel like
taking Drew off the show would be a good idea at this point.
I don't know. I mean,
I want to see her get divorced.
I will. Well, I don't know. I'll be very surprised if she comes back now. I could be dead ass wrong. I'm probably dead ass wrong, but we'll see. My whole thing with Drew, I also feel like everybody likes Drew, but like she has like moments where I'm like, okay, like for example, when they had to twerk to get the room and Kenya wasn't down for that, you know, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Not for nothing. Her kid was right there and she's out in broad freaking daylight. People walking by. I'm not twerking in front of my child, one. And in front of like just random ass people. It'd be one thing if we was like in the common room, it was just us. Okay, yeah, twerk for the and ain't no children there.
Busted wide open on national television 3 episodes ago.
Ain't no children was there, and they was inside a somebody else. I understood. I got it. With Kenya's, I got Kenya's frustration on that point. Another situation, I felt like she just be starting with LaToya, like when she was at when they had that nieces event, and like she was coming after Toya for a little. I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, Toya told Kenya's business or whatever, but like, damn, like we didn't even talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are just now being good, and she kept on bringing up the fact that, oh yeah, I took you to church. Like, what's going on? I'm like, okay.
You talking about at the table, or you talking about at the nieces event at
the nieces event?
Shamia's house.
Event, I'm mixing two events too. Yeah, when she was talking to them at the lunch table too, I felt like she was like, "Why are you not drinking?" I thought that's what y'all want her to not do, right?
She was asked. Because LaToya wasn't telling them why she wasn't drinking. And you remember when Portia had suspiciously stopped drinking?
Oh, because she was pregnant.
Right. So she was asking why, people were asking, why aren't you drinking? But Drew knew why she wasn't drinking, and she was like, share with the group why you're not drinking. Like,
how does Drew know that she could potentially be pregnant?
Not about her being pregnant. The question was, why is Drew not drinking? I mean, why is LaToya not drinking? Every event they've been to, LaToya has been like 3 sheets to the fucking wind. So we're in New Orleans, a place where folks get off the plane, get off the train, the bus, get out of the car with a daiquiri in hand. Okay? Why are you not drinking, sis? Tell the group why you're not drinking.
She poking the bear
last time and decided to do something else. Tell them so we can support you in it. I don't think she came in a malicious way. It was just like, Toya, you're not having fun. You're not really talking to the group. You just kind of like moseying. Like those little sad kids, like the Eeyores that walk around with like a cloud over their head. This will be a fun trip, and you're not having fun. What's going on? She was just trying to open up the conversation, so But maybe that was just a misstep.
Oh, Christy Wood made a comment. See, I'm child. These chats. He said, "Sneakerheads buy and resell all the time. I hope they're going after them next, like they're yeah." Well, I mean, like I said, I hope they keep the same energy as it pertains to the whole sneaker thing with Lil Nas X and all that. I hope they keep the same energy when it comes to other people that does that, because I know that is a thing. People do alter different brands and resell them. That is a thing, but
Anyway,
We'll see.
Back to Real Housewives. So
Real Housewives.
to the reunion because she was sick. What's going on with that?
Okay, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, you were sick, but then you was going out with your mans. Like, what is going on with that? I don't know what's going on with LaToya. Like, this is your moment. This is your moment. Like, I don't believe she's sick. Like, I'm sorry, I don't believe she got a cold. I think that either she doesn't want to be addressed or something, but like, girl, you are fumbling the bag here. They get mad when you don't show up to the reunion.
Right. That would be her ticket off the show.
And second of all, because you know Andy Level, when you fumble Andy's bag, honey, he gonna fumble yours. Now, this is your moment. Like, this is your time to shine. This is what's gonna make you either a fan favorite or mostly hated. You know, you're like a little
favorite. That's not.
You know, she's a baby Kenya, so she'll be, you know, hated, and you know they'll keep her on the show because you know they'll you know always spark conversation and stuff like that and start things. But like, you need to be at the reunion, girl. Like, I that was just a bad move. Maybe she don't need housewives.
Yeah, maybe she can.
That's what it's coming like.
YouTube and those braids.
Get them YouTube checks, honey. You said YouTube and those braids. One thing though, I and this is another thing that Drew, I don't know if this is true or not, but LaToya claims that Drew got somebody to barge in her hotel room to give her a vitamin C packet or something like that.
Well, that's nice. You're sick, sis. Let's get you to the stage.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like,
it's like
that's what I'm talking about though. Like, Drew could do no wrong, but
leadership.
Drew could do no wrong, but she does shit like this, and it's like, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Darren, if we had to tape and you all of a sudden got sick, I'm gonna keep it go down. I'm gonna have soup, vitamin C, give you an IV shot because we got shit to do. I need you to get your ass on this stage.
Time is money.
Sneeze your way into this dress, and we'll see you downstairs.
I think Drew did it because, you know, obviously, you know, that is the girl. Every person on there, except for like people that are neutral, like Cynthia and Candy and stuff,
need to address.
Have a girl that they're, you know, we're versus. Okay, so we gonna be arguing. So if you're not showing up, what the hell am I doing here? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna be sitting here.
You know, Drew could tell her.
I mean, the only other person she can come with is what Kenya. It's not. It's whatever. I mean, I guess all the confessionals. But yeah,
plays out, child.
I just wish LaToya would have showed up. I guess, and you know, they couldn't have had her virtually be there, like put her on the TV or some shit.
I mean, they tape the reunion for like 12 to 15 hours. That's a long ass day. So I'm pretty sure take this emergency, girl, and I'll see you in an hour.
Not take this emergency. Well, see, when you tell somebody that you have a cold now, it's like, oh,
test for COVID. We'll find out in 15 minutes. You ain't got COVID. Drink this tea. We'll see you downstairs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very anxious to see how this reunion is going to play out.
Atlanta's a mess. Mary, did you watch Married to Medicine?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't. I mean, it was the only thing it was interesting was when, you know, Toya came to Heavenly House, disrespecting her for like the 5th time. Like, y'all disrespected heavily.
Think about these Toyas.
Mm-hmm.
If your name LaToya, you're a mess, and that's it. Yeah. Anybody named LaToya? I haven't met one yet. That's not a mess. It's every time.
Yeah, and you know, I get why Toya jumped in because like Heavenly, she is mean to new people. Like, she was mean to that girl. She said, "You supposed to be doing that. You supposed to be watching your kids."
Heavenly mean that to old people. Shit. Heavenly is heavenly. She gonna say what's on her mind, and but when she asked that, when the girl said, she said, "I'm a blogger," and Heavenly was like, "Oh, I didn't know that was a job." I was like, I didn't know it was a job.
Hell
no.
I felt like I should have got offended. Shit, I'm low key a blogger. Shit, honey.
You're a blogger. It's okay. She was like, "Yeah, I get income." She's like, "I didn't know that." She's like, "Well," when she turned to LaToya and was like, "Well, LaToya, maybe you should start blogging." Now after the running gag, she's like,
Yo.
she's like, Latoya ain't got
Okay,
nothing.
well, maybe heavily did it to herself a little bit, but Toya just so mean. She just so mean.
Latoya's just a lot.
Mm-hmm. She be doing too much sometimes. I do feel like, you know, her and Heavily will go back and forth. I feel like she does kind of bully Contessa sometimes though, because that whole situation at that dinner, and you know, you just like every time this girl shows up, it's like you got something to say. Like, oh my God, you didn't take off your shoes when you was in my house. All right, well, I ain't gotta go to your damn house no more.
How about that?
How about that? Like,
look at God. Look how we fixed that. Well, I
won't be
coming back.
I won't be coming back. Like, I feel like she really does. She bullies Contessa, and Contessa, you know, she's the type. She doesn't really bite back. Like, she'll walk away from it. Like, she'll walk away from the situation, and you know, that's
bark though.
Huh?
She may not bite, but she gonna bark before she leaves. Contessa. That's heavily. Contessa.
Right, that's what Contessa does. She's just say her piece, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not gonna let you get a response."
What's the new girl's? I never remember her name. Latoya's friend. Anais, or whatever her name is.
Anais. Anila, yeah.
When they went in the park, and she was like, "Yeah, well, you know, I understand. I'm not gonna get in the middle between you and Toya, but I feel like you threatened my mom." I was like, "Oh,
girl, anybody threaten your mom? Your mom was over here grabbing me for dear life, wouldn't let me go. I'm trying to leave, and your mom over here like, no, stay, girl."
That's handled that really well. I was like, you know, I almost hit your mama because I'm like, there's only so many times I'm going to ask you to let me go when you have literally accosted my person. This is assault at this point. I'm not going to ask you again. But Contessa was really nice, saying, "Ma'am, ma'am,
I'm gonna need you to move."
I don't hurt you. Like I'm a strong woman. I just need you to. I don't want to yank away from you, but
okay,
I need you to let me go.
Let
me go.
All right.
But they'll work it out. I'm interested in seeing Jackie and I think the whole thing of this season is seeing if Jackie and Simone are going to be able to make up. So it was good to see them.
They both stubborn as hell. Like, I'm like, if y'all don't sit down at a nice little tavern and talk this shit out.
I ain't heard that word so long, but yeah, going to a tavern and work it out. But they work together. So I'm like, y'all been friends for over 20 years. Like, that's history. That's like a whole relationship. Like call those friendship marriages.
I think it's so petty. Like it's like I can understand if it was a real big situation, like, oh, this person did this to me and you accuse me of this, like, you know, the whole Phaedra and Candy thing.
It's a loyalty thing.
But like if it's like a little like it's not that deep though. And I hate people that's like, because I'm the type of person, I'm like, if it ain't that big, we can talk this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it should not.
You may not be big to the other person, and what's big to them may not be as big to you. In the friendship, you have to be able to acquiesce and understand that. Be like, okay, well, it's not a big deal to me, but I can clearly see this means more to you than it does to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to come to the part, like, so how do we fix it?
Yeah,
and I think that's what's missing is that they kind of like tiptoe around it and like try to do like the whole public graces thing, but neither of them have vocalized how do we fix this. We can address what happened. Simone is clearly hurt by what happened, so how do we fix it? If her and Heavily could make up, it doesn't make sense
because Heavily was the damn source of the issue.
Right, I'm like, so it doesn't make sense for her and Dr. Jackie to not.
To still be,
But I think because Jackie is her closest friend out of that group, I think it hurt her more to see Jackie not take her side and to not, you know, it cut the cut was a little deeper because.
And then she didn't show up to the basketball game. Was she not invited? Because we seen the husband.
She called and invited. She called to invite her.
She chose not to
invite the husband. Yeah, so. I'm sure they'll work it out.
Yeah, well, y'all need to.
I don't see them carrying this on.
Yeah, because that's what it's starting to look like. It's like this is like a little storyline.
Yeah, I say storyline. You see their redemption story of their friendship.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I like them as friends.
We'll see what happens on Sunday, guys. But until then, I think that's it for Hot Topics today. We had a good show.
Very good, very good.
I'm about to go home. Home.
You going to Trenton?
Yes, because you know they close everything until freaking Monday.
until Monday.
Okay. Yeah, because it's Good Friday. I woke up. I went to my spot because we got like the little food trucks on the side of the dorm. I'm like, let me get a little bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Oh, we're closed. Ooh. I'm like, who is celebrating Good Friday? Like, who really is celebrating Good Friday? Like, you not eating meat?
Who, me? Oh, I'm not a practicing Catholic anymore. I'm gonna eat whatever I want in Jesus' name.
Oh my God, you were Catholic?
Mm-hmm. I was raised Catholic.
Wow. Ooh, God bless.
Did the first communion. I went to Catholic school, catechism, all that.
Y'all like the second Jehovah JW. Like,
I don't know about all that. We out here trying to.
I mean, y'all was strict. Y'all Catholics are strict too.
They are.
Not as much as JW, but
being a devout Christian, being a devout Catholic is a thing for some.
It's definitely like for me, it's a culture shock because my friend Keon he's a reverend or whatever, but he was I don't know how you call it, but he was preaching at a Catholic church.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it's different. It's different
to me. I be sleep.
It's a lot more like hands-on. You got to go up to the thing and take the
communion.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, see, I'm used to my grandma. She JW. They just pass the bread and the wine.
Right.
You just pass it on. You ain't got to go up. You ain't got to kneel and do all. I'm like, okay. This is
Catholicism is very structured,
very
ceremonial.
And I was so scared. I didn't want to offend. Like I'm like, if I don't do this right, like, is it offensive to the,
You ain't Catholic, so I'm pretty sure you just going with the flow.
Right.
Appreciate it. I haven't really met a lot of. I guess I really don't associate as much with the churches I used to. I'm just like, but never really had a problem with like Catholic people.
Mm-hmm.
They seem very like peaceful and quiet from when I was growing up.
Yeah, my best friend grew up Catholic, but she's straight out of it when she got to high school.
They used to put me to sleep. I'd be knocked out. Y'all started singing another language I ain't never heard. It's gonna sound like it's gonna sound like a sleeper track to me, and I'm gonna be knocked out.
Oh, bashata.
Right now, in that type of environment, you hold my attention because I just want to see the wig finna fall off in this thing. You know what I mean?
Not the wig finna fall.
Oh, they running like being a church. Like, oh, they running in here. Okay, y'all got track stars. They got a drum set. Oh, it's about to be lit. And y'all air conditioner ain't working.
Ooh,
you can have church,
baby. Let's stop. For they close down this podcast. Okay.
Right.
Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you've enjoyed the convo. I'm your host, Darren Green.
And I'm Prince Derek Gall.
And this is the signing out. See you next week, guys.
Bye.
If you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and give us a 5-star rating. As always, enjoy the convo.
Okay. We did that good.
That was cute.
It was.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Oh,
the after show.
Yeah, cut the last. Oh, the after show. Well, cut the last so we can talk business because we got to figure out now how to book.
Yeah, we got a couple of things.